on?
And clap to...
We're on!
I forgot I put the mouse over here so I can click record. It's genius. Anyways,
wow, so crazy.
I know.
Because like we've been sitting here for like 3-4 minutes and then you pressed a button and we're on.
I really wanted to hit record before you walked in and me be sitting here and you walk in.
Oh,
and it would have been so cool.
Worse. I like that I got to like settle in
See
first.
the vibe for a second.
Yeah. Wow, but you pressed it and like my face got stiff and I'm getting all nervous.
Last episode, Chaim mentioned like, oh yeah, people are different on camera, and I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I was editing the video. I'm like, oh my god, why am I acting so weird?
Yeah, like
it's crazy. Anyways, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I think I went through 4 guests. I was like freaking out because drop one Monday. I was gonna do every other week, so I have to do. By Monday, I wanted to start editing this one. I'm like, shoot, it's Wednesday. I'm like, oh, Hershy's in town. Let's go. This is going to be great. Because last time we talked, like had a conversation, if you remember,
right.
It was such a memorable night. It was crazy.
Yeah.
What was happening? Where were we driving back from?
We were coming back from Wilkes after Purim.
Purim?
Yeah.
Shit, that was Purim?
Crazy, bro.
It's insane.
Wild that was Purim, because it feels, this car ride feels like a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
It's just like a spot in my mind. Oh, wow. I guess it was. Well, I went to Australia between that and now, so I'm just like, whoa. But that, honestly, dude, that was a real highlight for me. It's like in my head.
Yeah.
It was great. No. The ride, the pizza.
Yeah, the whole thing. Even like bumping into those Jewish kids around there.
I've never been miftayim to before then. My first time being miftayim to.
Yeah, fine.
I just made it into a verb.
Miftayim.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm into it.
Yeah? I don't know. It's been crazy. But I actually did want to ask you, how was getting your wisdom teeth pulled?
Oh, wow.
There's in the back of my, I'm like not that close to it, but in the back of my mind I have like a little anxiety, like,
Man, God really blessed me. It was like a super smooth operation.
Yeah.
I got my wisdom teeth pulled yesterday. My appointment was at like 1 p.m. yesterday. So I thought I was going in to get one pulled. And I tell him which one was hurting me. He's like, once we're taking that one out, we might as well take the one on top of it. Take both of them out. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, what's with the other ones? Are they going to need to get pulled eventually? He's like, yeah, let's just take all of them out. So he first gave me some cream to numb my both sides.
How long were you numb for?
It took like 4 hours till it settled down. Really? Such a weird feeling, bro. First he gave me the cream, then a shot on each side, and then like 2 minutes later, more shots, and like in the top of my mouth. I probably got like 12 shots in total.
Sheesh.
And I'm a little bit of a pro at that. I'm not gonna lie, I take them like a boss.
But just on like in your cheek or
on the
inside?
Tooth, like under the tooth by the gum, and like in the cheek also. I'm not so sure.
Oh my god.
And they put a nitrous mask on my nose, which felt like super calming, super relaxed. I was so nervous before. like about to sit down here. I was nervous before starting this podcast. I get very nervous before something big.
Stuff.
And usually like once you're in it, it's not as bad.
The roller coaster thing.
The roller coaster thing. In general, that's like that's something I like to think about often. It's like before starting a big project, or let's say you need to make a change in your life, or whatever it is, stopping something, starting something. Before you start that, the whole thing is in your mind. It's you not having started that thing or not having started stopping that thing, and then the whole picture and the whole big thing. So it's scary, and it looks like you have to do it all at once. But like,
yeah, you
slowly start, piece by piece, step by step, slowly, slow steps, slow, steady, and then it starts breaking down. It's not as scary. You get used to it. You pick up a pace, whatever it is.
Analog players in the digital world.
A Jewish perspective.
A very talented storyteller.
With ideas. No time.
A Jewish perspective.
Genius. Absolute chaos.
A Jewish perspective.
By breaking the rules, things fall apart and then start again.
A Jewish perspective.
Unfiltered.
Unfinished.
undeniably.
A Jewish perspective.
Come on, listen.
Trust me, it'll be worth it.
A Jewish perspective.
You were saying just before this, you were gonna have nothing to talk about, blah blah blah, and then I'm like, you just went, like you just nailed exactly like the kind of conversation I try to have on this podcast. Immediately nailed it. I was
Heck
like,
yeah.
okay, we're good, we're good.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm easing in a bit.
Yeah, no, because I was gonna say the same thing, like literally how I got this podcast started. This is the second episode, but like, it was like, okay, I did one. I got so lucky with doing one. Just got back off Australia. The next day, Chaim's like, oh, I'm gonna be in town. I'm like, podcast?
You're
Can't wait.
throwing your
I was like,
agenda
I
on
just-
all your friends.
I just started. I just needed to start, and I grabbed him. I barely had the equipment set up. The audio was half.
Just your half.
My half was terrible.
Chaim nailed it. Chaim
Yeah.
did a great job.
I know.
He was super calm and he was funny and he was talking well. Shout out Chaim.
I was like watching it back in the edit. I was like, oh my god, he's so like that's how he is.
He was
I don't know.
good.
I was
Shout out
actually
to Chaim.
impressed.
He was like folded up over here. He had the
mo-
mic in his
He
hand.
was moving around. Well, yeah, because I didn't have these yet. I didn't have these yet, so I was doing. So I had my mic I used for music, and then a voice recorder.
Oh wow.
So he had the voice recorder, and that
He
was
was
good.
holding
He
it,
was just
right.
holding it.
Okay.
The music mic is not meant for podcasts, so it picked up like everything. So it doubled because I had my recording, but it also picked up.
Did you try editing it at all? No.
There's so many things I did. There's
Oh, wow.
there's so many edits on that audio
Oh wow.
that like
It's not natural.
it's not normal. I tried forever. It took me. Well, I recorded it right after I got back from Australia, which was end of that month, whatever that month is. What are we in? May? April. At the end of April.
May. We're in May now.
We're in May now.
Okay, holy crap.
So-
Can we cut that? We don't have
yes.
to cut that. We don't have to. I like that.
No, I actually didn't. I was actually very worried. I was gonna cut a lot last episode, and I didn't. And no one's giving me feedback
It's
that I.
fun. It's
so
like
I
the
was like,
full
okay.
experience. You get like the raw thing.
No one. I know no one gave me like specific notes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, if I'm ever watching
Everything
a
went
video,
through.
if I'm ever watching a video and I see a cut, I'm like, nah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You ruined it. You did a bad job.
I don't know.
I like one cut.
It's intense because you doubt yourself, and I'm just like, ugh. And if you're sitting and editing the same video over and over again, you're just sitting with it for so long, and then
It
you're
gets,
just
like,
like,
deeper.
and I'm just like, should I keep doing it? Should I? And then it's just like the whole time, just, I don't know. Then whatever. And this one, I literally had to like hold myself back. I was like, no, I'm not editing anymore. Just gonna go. Also because I was fed up with editing. That's a good. It's a thing. Sometimes honestly had a lot of it just letting go and not. It's a little bit of perfectionism, but also a lot of like, just in order to make something, you have to let go of it at the same time. It's so weird, and I
Yeah.
can't get my head around it at the moment. I'm just like, what does it mean?
You have to
go
give in. You have to like
have to,
give
like,
yourself
give
over.
in.
Just give in. Submit.
It's
a way.
crazy. I don't know. Like I'm trying, like this, I managed to pull off, but like a lot of other stuff, like I write, I make music and stories and things.
Heck
I'm like,
yeah.
well, it's just like, oh, I want to do this, and I start and I go and I start, and then I'm just like, it's not working, and I can't just like give in.
Mm.
I guess that is
Interesting.
that is giving in. I can't just like relax and give in and be like, okay, just let it take me places.
I'm curious. I'm not like wrapping my mind around the full idea.
Well, you said it. The giving in.
No, I'm
I
saying,
was just
let's say
expounding it
with
in
drawing.
mind.
Let's say with drawing, right? So you want to start drawing, let's say,
Right.
or it happened, not so theoretical. And what does it look like? You start drawing, and then what? You want it to be more. Well,
So drawing-
I'm just a little lost.
Well, not drawing, more like painting.
Okay,
Because drawing, I don't know. I don't know how you do art in drawing really much.
just explain like the step of how it goes. Like, let's say you want to start painting, or
Right.
you
So
wanna
if
get
I were
more
to
into
paint, right? So you like, oh, you have this concept of a thing you want to paint, and then you I'm thinking, wait. And I was thinking about a podcast. You're like, oh, it has to be consistent talking. But it's actually not true.
It's an hour, bro. We gotta
I
have
know.
some filler. Some.
I guess painting. I don't know how to do it, but like, I come up. My ideas are so not vague, but they're very macro. They're more like bigger ideas, like a concept. But like, I want to. Like what I think my thing is, or like what makes me unique as an artist is I like to focus on the feeling of it, and like what the experience of it is. So, I'm always that I come up with a kind of experience or feeling I want to give off. And I'm like, okay, now I have to work backwards almost and figure out how to get there. And I'm always worried that I'm not gonna get there. So even if I have an idea, it's like, oh, maybe the character does this, or maybe the song sounds like this, and I'm just like, but what if that's not what I'm trying to get to, and therefore it doesn't matter.
Sounds like a lot of over analyzing,
Yeah.
overthinking, deep thinking.
You have to give in, as you
You
were
have to
saying,
give in.
which is tough, at least for me. I've been struggling it. I'm only now realizing, which is crazy. But see, you do this thing very well. I actually learned it from you in that car ride, which is you. What I think did I ask you something? I forgot what the question was, but you said that you go into every social interaction saying you're gonna learn from them, or something like that.
Something along those lines. And like, I used to be like very socially awkward, shy, and scared to go over to people. So
Which is mind-boggling, by the way.
that I was.
that does not make sense now at all.
It's still there in the mind, you know. There's some
Obviously.
self-conscious or just shyness, a little closed
sure.
upness. That's why I'm very happy doing this. Really,
Yeah.
like pushing that.
It's pushing me
limit
out,
a
too.
bit. It's good.
But I was like, I've always wanted to do that. Forces you
So
out.
like a lot of like times, let's say in a new environment, like a new camp or a new school, and you see some guys and they're like cool guys, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm never gonna be that guy's friend. He's all this and that, and he's good at this, and he talks like that. So in my mind, I'm never gonna be able to talk to him, never gonna be able to be friends with him. So I'm just gonna break that right away and go over to him and like introduce myself and say, "Hey, I'm Hershey Deitch. I'm 20 years old. I live here, 787 Montgomery Street." Why'd I say my address?
That we're going to bleep out.
No, it's just because right now we're in what? 694 Montgomery?
Yes.
We're in 694 Montgomery. I live down the block. So that's why I said my address.
No
Okay.
one's going to get that. Definitely bleeping that out.
No.
No one needs to know that
bleeping
information.
nothing. For real, for real? Are we going to bleep this?
I don't know.
We
We'll
could.
find out.
Oh, bleep. You don't have to cut the whole thing. You
No,
can
just
like,
bleep.
"Meh." That'd be funny. You
Everyone's
guys
like-
don't know what we're
everyone-
talking about right now.
Well, I won't bleep out the fact that you said
We could bleep it all
it all
out.
out.
No, I'm just kidding. We could put a whole. We have a friend, Mayor Kagan. He produces
he
beats.
needs to get on this podcast.
So I was thinking we could get Murr. His producer name is Murr. We could get him. We just get this whole past 2 minutes will just be a beat from Murr. You guys won't hear anything.
We'll just dub it over. In complete
What was I
noise.
saying? Yeah. So I'll go over and like introduce myself, and that like breaks that mind barrier
breaks it
that
for
I
you?
created. Yeah, because like that guy responds in kind, you know, like he just says his name and things about him, and then like you realize after talking to someone for a little bit that we're all human beings. We all have our things, you know.
Yeah.
We're not all that cool guy. Like
Well,
some guy.
that's cool that you get that from that.
Yeah. So maybe is that does that like make sense to like the thing I was saying in the car? I don't remember.
No, the thing I took away was like, cause you're going into a social interaction, kind of working for the other person.
In that situation.
Yeah,
No, just to break that barrier in my mind. Just to
I don't think the mic's picking that up.
just to break that barrier in my mind. There's that
Right.
barrier of like I'm not gonna be able to relate with this guy, so I break that right away. I go and talk to him. I also say this, like, if I'm like walking down the street at night and I'm like, I don't know if that's the exact example, but if I'm like ever like in a scared situation where like, you know, I'm in like a sketchy neighborhood or I'm alone or whatever, I'll try to be like super high confidence and super like happy
go
and good. So like
other extreme.
just give off a very other extreme. I give off like a very positive, happy vibe, where like no negativity could come at me. Because how are you gonna come at me with negativity when I'm smiling and sometimes I'll say good night, have a good night, or what's up, boss? I say boss like what's up, boss?
You do.
What's up, bro?
You do say that a lot.
Bro, boss.
That
I
whole
like
Rosh
boss.
Hashanah.
I like that one. Yeah,
All Rosh Hashanah all the time. You were just saying
Oh,
that,
that
to
was
literally
fun.
everyone.
that was fun.
Yeah. I think I actually pointed that out. But I guess that is, just the other extreme. I mean, I took away the other person thing, so I guess they're connected somewhat.
Look, taking things out of what the interaction. Taking things out. That's it.
Like, I'm not here so I have, because I was like, I always didn't like being social. Not that I didn't like it, it was just a chore from, like, it took work. So I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to actually talk to you. Not actually.
He was texting me.
I do want to.
Not
I
bugging.
did
That
wanna-
was very good. It was very subtle. Like
Yeah?
you mentioned it last night. You texted. I didn't respond because like I saw the message and I'm like, I'm not doing no podcast. I'm not talking in front of a camera. Which I'm doing right now.
It's just a camera.
If you couldn't tell.
I got used to short form content's view stats,
Well, reels.
like reels and like YouTube shorts.
And those like steadily go up fast.
And those you could have 0 followers, absolutely nothing, post for the first time at the worst possible time with the most randomest video. You'll get 100 views. 100, 200.
Spotify's not working like that.
Spotify doesn't work like that.
You have to like search up your
You
podcast.
have to, there's no thingy.
And
So
that's you got to advertise yourself. You got to market
I
yourself.
did.
Just on your status or on Instagram
Status,
as well.
Instagram, my Instagram, the podcast is Instagram.
You have to make like
I don't
I'm
follow
thinking
pod-
making shorts of the
I know.
podcast.
I need to do that.
Like reels of the podcast.
But I'm doing everything for this podcast right now, so I have to like
No Jamie for you. No editing team.
no editing team. It's a lot more complicated than you'd think. That's what any of these things are. They're all more complicated than you think. A part of this is is like my social networking. So I can like connect people and be like, oh, how are you on creativity and this kind of work? And just like, like I'm just starting with like people I know, my friends. So I'm like already, there are people like I enjoy talking to. So it's just that. But then there's also like, oh, I wonder what he can do. And like, see like, oh, you want to be part of like, if they like how this goes.
Sweet.
And they're like, so we'll see. We'll see.
It's always fun when like the friends like work together, hook each other up because this guy's got that skill.
Yeah. That's what I loved about Wilkes. Love. Not love. It's not dead. It's not dead. Actually trying to go back for Shavuos.
Heck yeah.
And,
It's a good time.
And the gala is a week later, so.
Oh wow, you're gonna stay or you want to come
I
back?
have to come back. I have work.
You can't stay.
Um,
Did you work today?
Yeah. I actually have a gig tomorrow. I'm not working at.
Oh nice.
I'm not doing Southwest
shoot?
tomorrow. Yeah.
Sick. Well, what
Very
is
excited
it?
for a documentary.
Sick.
Interview documentary. I'm full on production assistant.
Heck yeah.
Paid. I'm like, yes.
Get paid.
Get
You would have done it without pay.
I would have done it without pay.
Cool.
If it was a project that like was interesting, which it is, it's a documentary.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
okay,
sounds
that's
awesome.
it. I was just hoping it wasn't like some stupid like shoot of like some random commercial, like a random like really corporate kind of thing.
Right.
I would be like, no. But it was a project I was interested, and he's paying me double what I make on a regular day. So I'm like, I don't even need to know what project it is.
You don't
I'll
have
do
to.
it.
You could miss a day of work if you want.
I told my boss. I told him.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's good to have a good communicative relationship,
That
especially
is-
with your employer.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's
Am I meant to look at the camera? I feel like in a lot of podcasts they're like
sometimes they
looking
do.
at the camera the whole
Sometimes they
time.
don't.
It's like-
Depends.
I don't want to look that way. I want to look on.
I'm looking at you. I ignore the camera.
I've been like following your cue a bit, so it's been working.
That is the point. I look at that to see if the audio is working
It's
every once in
working?
a while.
We're good.
Yeah.
Will we see if it like gets louder? You see it spike up. Like,
If you really, yeah,
I-
you're the bottom one.
Oh, sorry, viewers.
No, it didn't even go that high up, so you know you're fine.
Should I try again? Should I go? I was gonna say about like documentaries, they always have like the best shots, always like good quality.
Yes. That is like the entire job of that because I don't really know much. I'm probably gonna learn about documentaries a lot tomorrow because I don't really know. Like at first I was like documentaries, that's not filmmaking. That's just stupid corporate garbage.
Someone's sitting down on a
Just
chair.
someone sitting down talking with random B-roll of penguins,
A what?
a random shot of penguins in nature and randomly in the middle. I was like, what is that? But then like the more I learned about filmmaking, I'm like, actually, it's a bit more on point because
Moron.
it's just
What? More on point.
Oh, completely missed that for a second. Sheesh, that caught me off guard.
Sorry, bro. It like clicked in my mind. I had like a late reaction.
I was like, yeah, I was like, said like a whole other sentence after that. But
That must have been so confusing for you. You're just talking.
you just shout more, and I'm like, what? That I didn't think documentary was a filmmaking. I was like, oh, just. Anyways.
Anyways, back to what you were saying before you got rudely interrupted.
So yeah, I'm actually curious about documentary because movies are about storytelling, documentaries are still storytelling, just more straightforward.
You really like think about the feeling of the
Just-
art.
Yeah, I'm saying there's no like cryptic acting and dialogue that like you have to like figure out what's going on. It's just the guy saying the story, and here's pictures and images and music that make you feel the emotions. Voila. It's a lot more straightforward.
What's the documentary about?
I have no idea. Not
Cool.
the slightest clue.
Do you have hours? Like how long it's gonna take?
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like it's not like a day job.
Waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Wow. Wow. Where
Gotta
is
be
it?
there by 7:30. It starts in Flatbush, goes to Manhattan.
Oh wow, sick.
So yeah.
You have a ride there. You're gonna have to train or
I'll
something,
train to Flatbush. That's
and then
easy.
they drive around.
And then they'll drive me to Manhattan, and then if they drive me back or not, I'll have to take the subway back. We'll see.
Man, I love the subway system.
Really?
Yeah,
It's been
New
pissing me
York's-
off recently.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I never like really
mean,
tried
it's-
taking it somewhere
Far.
off grid. You know, I always take it to like the city, like stops I know,
Yeah.
Barclays Center, whatever it is, Manhattan, like
Yeah, those are fun.
easy stops. Not like trying to get to West Village or something. You have to hop on the C train. I don't know, it's all made up, but then you have to like, but it's so amazing, and like looking at the map and like just like paths all over Brooklyn. It's so cool.
So they revamped it?
What do you mean?
The map.
No.
Apparently they redesigned the map.
No.
And now it's like thicker. I haven't seen it yet on an actual subway though, so
Oh wow. Those
We'll
are
see.
OG, bro. This. Damn.
but
I love like trying to find like my house on the map or find like places I know.
it's been pissing me off though because the 3 train has been on and off on weekends, I think.
Oh really?
And that's when I need them
Mm.
because that's when I come back from New Jersey.
I never experienced them. I know like at night you can't.
You never
take
like
them.
had to take a different train because that train didn't work?
From like Times Square back to Crown Heights, the 3 like stopped at night. So I think you have to take like the
Right.
2 or the 1. You have to take the 2 or the 1.
Right. I remember when I was in New Haven, we had to come back. When I would come to Crown Heights,
You took the metro
take
back.
Metro North to Grand Central,
Right.
and then you take a subway. But because
Metro.
I would always stay by my grandparents, so I think I came in with the entire class took a Metro North once to Crown Heights for a Shabbaton. It
Fun.
was actually really cool. But then, like, we got to Crown Heights, I was like, okay, everyone was just gonna go to a place that they were staying. So everyone got off at Kingston. I'm like, haha, I'm gonna stay until Utica because it's just closer to my grandparents. So I was like the only guy. Everyone left. I just went to
I feel like
Utica.
I would have just gone off with everyone. I like to like stay with the crew, stay with the people.
Yeah, that was not me back then. Not at all.
I'm always loving like just hanging around. Always want to be around and always want to like stay till the end. Like if there's a Farbrengen Thursday nights, I like to stay there
Yeah.
later. Like we had a L'chaim last night. That was
How,
awesome.
how long did you stay for?
I was there till like basically all the guys left.
Jeez. Well, what time did they leave? They usually go back.
They
They
left at
usually
like
don't-
11:40 ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty late.
Yeah. I told you I saw Isaac. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Mazel tov, Isaac Schumann, on your
Yeah,
engagement.
mazel tov. Shout out Isaac. But I was actually so surprised. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, it's Sphera. Oh, it's Sphera. Oh, it's Sphera.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to walk in. It's going to be the most depressing
Yeah.
L'chaim ever. What's Will's going to do without music? How are they possibly going to hype up anything? It's going to be dead. Walk in. It is the craziest party I've ever seen.
Totally.
I was so very much happily surprised.
There's no way that stuff was kosher in the Sphera, bro.
It was mostly a cappella, if I remember correctly.
Wow, that's wild.
But I'm pretty sure the whole point of Sphera is that you're not supposed to dance.
That crossed my mind while we're all getting lit on the
So I'm
dance
like-
floor. I'm like, something's up here.
Yeah.
I also saw Yair. Yair was like standing on the
Yeah.
side, and he was like very like, just like not moving at all.
Well,
And I was like trying to get him. I was like pushing him around, trying to get him to dance, and he was just like not having it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking now maybe it was because of Jewish stuff, religious
be.
stuff.
I don't know. It was a crazy party. Also, the venue. I can't believe I've never been there
It
before.
was my first time too.
So nice.
The arches, yeah.
Why? How expensive is it? Why is no one else
Probably
there?
it's probably expensive, and it's also like not so big for the price.
It's not that small either.
It's not that small.
It's bigger than
And
UOI.
I think they have like a spot in the back, like outdoor area.
Yeah.
Was it?
There was like two sections. There's men and
Yeah,
women's. Then there
right.
was a like back drink area.
It's true. It was
And then
big.
there was, I think it was also outside. I mean, it was raining.
But it was raining, yeah. So no one was
No one's
outside. But I'm
outside.
curious if that's usually open. Because if it is, then that's dope. Because like
It's bigger than any venue, than any L'chaim venue. Actually, except maybe like children's museums.
you think it's bigger than Bavarish Yeshiva?
And the small hall in Bab Shiva for
Bigger
sure.
hall, big hall.
The big hall for sure. No,
No,
big hall's
people
massive.
do L'chaim there.
Yeah, we had what's it? Devin Morris
Yeah.
L'chaim was there. I was surprised. I was like, there's a lot of space for a L'chaim.
Yeah, I feel like most of the L'chaims like I've been to with my family were there, and then like most L'chaims I've been to for friends or other people were in the smaller one because we have a big family. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking
That makes sense.
like three of my sisters.
L'chaims
L'chaims are there.
have shut up in recent years.
Yeah,
If it's
DJs and
DJs, music, party. I was like, I think my grandmother was talking about it. It's like, oh, my uncle was like, why does everyone go to L'chaim?
Mendel.
You're just supposed to go to L'chaim and say L'chaim, and that's it. Like, it's just
It's
the
a
same
party.
Mazel Tov.
Now it's a party.
Now it's a full-on party.
Now it's a party, especially with the Wilkes boys.
And I'm like, why are you complaining?
Yeah, it's
it's a
great.
party.
That's the best
go.
time to do that because the L'chaim, obviously,
Yeah.
it's serious, but like it's not like wedding serious. Weddings
Yeah.
like the chassan's on peak mode and Kala's on peak
Isaac
mode.
was just vibing the
But
entire night.
L'chaim's, yeah, it's just a party.
It was awesome.
He was vibing. I remember
was-
like Hillel's L'chaim. He
Hillel's
was really
L'chaim was
getting
insane.
down, bro. He was in a onesie.
Well,
and he was
Hillel's
getting
Hillel.
lit.
So Hillel's wedding was also insane.
Yeah.
Like, he was insane.
Yeah,
during his
he
wedding.
was.
I was like, how?
What the flip?
I don't know how.
A
he
real
did that.
two. You were in Florida,
Reals.
right?
I wasn't
Yeah,
in
yeah. Sorry.
That was a good. Well, that's fair. That was.
I
Florida.
was so like out of it, like not out of it. I was just like drunk, but not like out of it drunk. I just wasn't like really socializing so much. I was just dancing and like I wasn't like interacting with
Yeah.
people really. But he was getting lit at his wedding.
Yeah, I literally just had to like. I just like went back for a second. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? Like I had a lot of that. Like, wait, that guy was there and that
'Cause
guy was there. Like, what
It
happened?
was also the timing was weird. I know it was like a full trip, so it was like it should be memorable, but it was the timing was just weird.
I had such a
I
good
went
time.
to Australia 3 days later,
Wow.
so it's kind of like just an extension of that trip, and even that's a blur. So I'm just like,
Blur. Shout out Yossi Brownstein.
yeah. I wanted to get him, and then I heard he's in Australia. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Sick. He
Well-
got thrown down.
yeah, it's cool though. It's very
So the weather, huh?
So the weather. This fly got in somehow.
Man, if I'm laying down in my bed and there's a fly around, that's my biggest pet peeve for sure.
is
That
terrible.
buzzing sound, and like it goes like
It is
right next to
so
your ear, and it like swoops
terrifying.
around your ear, around your head.
Yeah.
And it feels like my brain's just like moving
And
around.
then if it's silent for half a second, you just hear buzzing just somewhere, even though it's quiet, and you're just like, where is it? When's it gonna
Especially when it hits
try
like,
to
the
go in my
shades.
ear again?
When the buzzing hits the
Oh my
shades,
God.
I hate it. They're so minute and small, but
It's so annoying.
I feel like bugs in general, you know, like spiders and bugs, like they're so tiny and like how are they making us feel this way? But like bees freak me out and wasps freak me out. They're tiny.
They are tiny.
I'm 1,000 exit size.
I was gonna be that's ridiculous, but then as you started explaining, I'm like, wait a minute, this is a good question. Why?
Because they just piss. I don't know.
Like,
I had this, I came up with this thing which I don't know about it right now because I'm thinking about like bees and wasps, but I think like I'm more chill with flying insects than crawly insects. Like if a spider's on me, I'll freak out. I have a fear, not a fear of like seeing a spider around. I'll kill a spider, and like I've been like fine with like spiders around, but if like I have a fear of a spider like finding a spider on me.
Yeah.
So I think I'm more chill with like a a moth, like a moth landing on me. I think is like much more fun. I think I just have like, cause like since they fly around,
Flying is less scary.
I think it's less scary because they could just like fly off. With crawly insects, like if they're on you, they're on you. They're walking around you. They're going all over you,
Guess.
right? Or jump off. But I
I'm
think
more
that's
terrified of
why.
flying. Like if I see one of those flying ants, freaking terrifying.
Flying ants?
Yeah.
Do you see those often? I
No.
think this is my first time hearing of flying
No,
ants.
I don't see them often. That's why it scares the hell out of me because I'll be like, oh, it's an ant. I don't need to worry about it. And all of a sudden, it's just like, I'm like, ah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah, ants. I guess I'm not so scared of. It's just like spiders.
The ants are annoying. Ants are just like, ugh, move.
Have you ever got like fire ants on you? Like itched by fire ants?
In Monticello.
They're so crazy.
Terrifying.
I spent a summer in Florida. I was a waiter in CGI, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a good time. And this kid was playing sports. He like took his shoes off and he puts his shoes on after. And there was like a whole fire ant colony in his shoes. The kid was like itching and running around the place.
Those are, I don't know why that isn't more warned about. Aren't those like actually dangerous?
They bite. I don't know,
They
dangerous,
bite and,
but they
like-
bite and they get like super itchy. And I think they like scab and stuff. They bleed very
Yeah.
quickly.
Pretty sure those are like dangerous creatures.
So
So
when
be
I-
warned about in camp.
Yeah, when I was in Florida for the wedding, I stayed for like a week.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I was getting bit up by mosquitoes. Like it was getting pretty bad. Like, yeah,
You just said the word mosquitoes and my skin started tingling.
yeah.
was
But
like,
I
no.
noticed that like those mosquito bites, they weren't so bad. Like they'd itch for a bit, but they'd stop itching and they wouldn't like get bigger and they wouldn't
Yeah.
like bleed. And then like East Coast mosquitoes,
Mosquitoes are
terrible.
terrible.
The bites are so bad and they bleed and they like scab and.
And wherever it bites me, it like blows up.
Oh
every
yeah,
time.
wow.
Unless,
I'm a big
like-
itcher, bro. I'm a
unless-
big itcher. If I got bites, I'll scratch.
Unless I'm like super careful.
Nights out of it.
If I only notice it like an hour after it bit me, because it's in like one of those like spots that like I won't notice, and I'll be like, oh, I got a mosquito bite, and then like I have to like hold myself back from scratching that. I'm like, oh, it's a mosquito bite. I should scratch it, but then it'll start itching. Those usually don't blow up, unless. But if I see it right away, ever seen it bite you? And then kill it?
I heard this thing that if it's in the middle of like sucking your blood, and you flex, it'll
It
like
dies.
pop it.
Yeah.
It'll explode. And I was never lucky with that. I tried. I've seen it on me, and it looked like it was like gulping up my blood. Is that what they do? They like suck
Yeah.
your blood, and
It's like I'm pretty sure it's like a syringe. Like
do they leave anything? Do they put like venom
yeah,
in
and
there?
then they
Not
leave
venom,
like
or-
residue so it doesn't. They leave something so either they don't die or we don't die or something.
That's nice of them if so we don't die. Or mosquitoes
sounds
are like
wrong.
one of the most killerest
Yeah,
animals.
so I like spiders because they kill mosquitoes.
Okay.
That's my.
That might
logic.
help. That might help me with my spider fear.
Oh yeah,
I
they
think-
kill the other bugs. They trap them.
Right.
The bees they get.
Right.
Wasps they
And
get.
they
get
made
everyone.
Spider-Man, bro. We wouldn't have
And
Spider-Man
they- and
without
Spider-Man.
spiders.
Yeah.
Shout out spiders.
Shout out spiders. Second time.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I was in my mind before. I said I'm gonna do that sometime throughout.
You did.
Throughout
You
the
walked in.
podcast.
You're like, I'm going to sing this.
Yeah, a
At some
little,
point.
little jingle.
Yeah.
And now it was appropriate. Before I like kind of forced it.
Yeah. This was way more appropriate. That's crazy.
How do we know the time? Like
Well,
how
there's
long
a
we've been
clock there.
shooting for?
Is that 20?
I'm just curious. Like
Five.
I feel like it
It's
could
been-
be 45 minutes.
Close.
You said
50.
20. Oh wow.
50 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like 50 minutes. It's like
I know.
calm and
That's
this is fun.
the point.
I like this.
See, I'm really trying to find. Okay, if you want to know the real origin, because this is a whole thing just to get to a point I want to make. But
Should I get comfy?
I,
Are my feet too
this
close?
is for sure the thumbnail for the video.
But let me. No, that was not it.
Heading out. Okay, see you.
Bye,
Schmollek
Schmollek.
signing to work.
See you. What kind of work do you
At
do?
4:55.
My coach kids.
Nice.
Coach's kids.
Is that Mushy's coach?
No,
Oh no, that's a thing.
no. I work
That's
for
the basketball.
Yellow
That's the
Field.
basketball.
Basketball, right?
Thing. Yeah.
I work for
No,
like
he
Yellow
does
Field. It's more like a therapy thing.
Oh, cool. Good stuff, bro.
Yeah. We are.
Should I put this down. Is it gonna go off balance?
No.
Nice piece. That's
I know.
cool. Smooth.
I just bought another one of these stands.
This is giving me Where's Waldo vibes.
I know that came with the apartment.
It's cool. It's fun.
True story.
It's fun.
Just like floating me on the couch.
It was just
Is
there.
this inappropriate for the podcast, or are we good? Am I good?
I don't know. As I was saying, I haven't figured out the style of the show yet to like exactly what it is yet. So
So is it good?
anything goes now.
It's good for me to be the second guest, so
Yeah.
there's no rules set up.
No rules.
Parents want to see you twerk.
No, okay.
Thank God you're not near the
Thank
microphone.
God Schmollek's not. I mean, we could always put some Mur beats in. Mur beats.
I saw Bad Friends when they bleep. They just do like
What's Bad Friends? A podcast?
podcast.
Okay.
One of my favorite podcasts. They don't bleep. They like throw like scratch sound effects and like just noise over their bleeps. The first time I heard it, I was so caught up. I'm like, what? Something wrong with my headphones?
That's funny.
I was like, what the hell?
It's like a cat meowing or something.
It's like, and I'm just like, what just happened?
Bro, I was watching your podcast, your last one with Chaim, and you were saying something. I'm not remembering right now, but it totally cut off for like 2 seconds. I couldn't hear what you said, and it was so
Actually?
annoying, bro. Yeah, I'll show you
Damn.
after. We'll look
Damn.
at it after. I
Damn.
want. I'm so curious what you
There's
said.
a reason why that's episode 0, and this is
0.
technically episode 1.
Pilot.
Yeah, that wasn't even pilot. I titled it prologue, and that's a book thing. But whatever.
Right.
I was like
Always
prologue.
skip
It's not.
all that, bro. I just get to the first chapter always,
Yeah,
and then I realize that it's part of the story.
yeah. It is part of the story.
I'm not the biggest reader in general.
Neither am I. But I was trying to think of a term for something that's before a pilot. Is there like an episode that's before a pilot? And I searched it up. It doesn't really exist.
It should. There
I was
should
like,
be
what the-
something.
There's
'Cause
no
pilot-
test episode. I'm like,
Pilot is the test episode, but it is just a regular
but it's
episode.
part of the
usually.
episode. That's where the show continues on.
The thing is, with Rick and Morty, I think the pilot episode is different than all the others. I think the animation's different. Like
is
just
it?
that
Is
first
that why
one.
I didn't like it?
No.
I watched the first episode. I was like, I don't like this.
I love the first episode. No,
It
Elchanan.
was so.
Because I
random.
respect your taste, bro. You are a man of
I didn't sit with it. You're right.
intrinsic taste. Is that the
Yeah.
good word? Intrinsic?
Debatable.
No.
Debatable.
Intrinsic? No.
Sophisticated.
I used this word intrinsic the other
Intrinsic?
day. I was looking at a tiger and I'm like, wow, it's so intrinsic. I'm like, that's not the word. Intrinsic has nothing to do with that. But it sounds like it, no? Intrinsic. It sounds like, what'd you say? Like
I said sophisticated.
Sophisticated, yeah. Intrinsic, sophisticated. It sounds like the same. Like it sounds like it could mean the same thing, no?
Intrinsic. No.
That's not what intrinsic
Not even
means at
close.
all. It doesn't mean it at all. But I don't know. I relate intrinsic to like something being sophisticated, and yeah, that's it. It's a mistake. It's
It's
fine.
fine. But yeah, no, I haven't sit with Rick and Morty yet. So
So, Hershey, intrinsic means necessary or essential.
Yeah, I know intrinsic means like essential.
literally
like
are trying to be
I thought
cha-
it's like the source, like it's nature, intrinsic nature.
yes,
Chamalach.
Necessary nature.
What were you saying? You were saying something?
whatever. We don't need to go on my Rick and Morty thing.
Oh yeah, the Rick and Morty thing. And I was gonna say, like, I respect your taste in movies, and you have
My taste in
intrinsic
movies is
taste.
weird. Intrinsic taste.
Why'd I double down, bro?
Of course, you have to. Always have to double down. My father does it all the time. and
Yeah?
it just takes him
have
places
to
you
be calm.
never thought he would go. It's very-
Shmulek, could you see who's calling me?
Sure. Where is your phone?
It's like right there on the table.
Double standing.
Okay,
Yo.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll
Oh.
hit him up after. Thank you.
I heard he's moving to Crown Heights.
Yeah, he wants to.
He asked me to add him to the rental chat, but I'm like, Sure, it's all short term though. It's absolutely useless.
It's people who want to like roommate with other people, like
No, it's
share-
just all rentals.
Okay. Because that'd be
including
cool if they
roommates.
have a chat with guys to be roommates. 'Cause
That would
there's a
be
lot.
cool.
There's probably like a lot of solo birds that are looking for roommates. Link them
I'd
up.
see well. There's a couple. Every once in a while, you'll get like looking for roommate in male basement apartment.
Sounds gay.
Yeah, I'm on the hunt. If anyone wants to send me your apartment, I'll look into it. I might rent it from you.
I like this spot. This spot's nice, especially like this couch is so comfy.
This apartment?
Yeah, apartment's cozy.
Arm's growing on me.
Yeah. Now it's growing on
I
you?
like the LEDs. I like this side. This corner spot's really nice.
We put effort into this corner.
Yeah, good.
There's only 3 of us. When it was 4 of us,
Yes.
it was way too
Who moved out?
His
This
brother didn't move out because he's still paying rent.
I heard you guys are a little behind on your rent.
No, we're waiting for him to give us the money so we can pay rent.
Oh wow.
But then he moved out and said he'd keep paying. So I'm not complaining. We moved to the bigger room,
Heck yeah.
which is a lifesaver because I have all this stuff just sitting here.
Should we get some teichen in for the last couple minutes of the pod?
We had tech in the beginning.
Right.
So, oh, we're good.
We got enough teichen in there.
We
What
have
was
tech.
the title of the podcast? I don't
The
remember.
title is A Jewish Perspective. So
Jewish perspective. This was nothing.
why? Because okay, the original concept was an exploration of Jewish creatives and their what's the word? Not mashup. The way they mix Judaism and their art together was a concept I just wanted to explore. I'm trying to figure out myself. I'm like, oh, that's a good thing to do a show about. But it's also just called The Jewish Perspective. And I'm just like, I like
change my Jewish perspective. Okay.
I like looking at things like just life and seeing the Jewish perspective as in like, or the Hasidic perspective, because that's usually more accurate. But just like even things that you wouldn't think of, because I like to consider myself cultured, like just in the world,
Yeah, for sure.
like in recent like
in
since,
the arts.
in the arts and like since like my personal growth, I've been like, oh, I've been always curious about culture and like things and like different things that aren't necessarily part of Jewish life, but like Hashem made them, so there's obviously something there.
Interesting.
So I'm always just like, oh, I wanna, like, obviously for me it's movies and music and art, but essentially it's everything I love.
So
grabbing
everything's
sparks from.
physical.
Yeah.
Everything physical.
All the physical stuff. I'm just like,
Everything that
there's
just-
more. There's more. You just gotta get it. So really, I'm just keep talking to people, keep exploring people's different perspectives,
Nice.
and then learn more stuff. But I also wanted to have the first chill Jewish podcast instead of them all being like super serious interviews. I'm like, no, I'm not doing interviews. Whatever I do, I'm not doing interviews.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for an
It's
interview.
gonna be a
bro.
couch.
I
It's
wasn't
always gonna be
ready
a
for an
couch.
interview. I couldn't do it.
It's always gonna be a couch. There's never gonna be a script.
Shoes off,
Shoes off.
chilling on the couch,
Just
getting all
chilling.
comfortable.
That's why I'm like, we should get food. I'm like,
that scares me though.
Right.
Especially like chicken wings, bro. Imagine having to eat chicken wings on the cast.
I'd be like, wait, I have to fix the mic. Just like
Bro, guys by dinner are playing Catan every night by dinner. So like
Every night?
sometime- Yeah. I mean now it's
game doesn't go away.
now it's been going away a bit. I was more talking about like before like Pesach or before Purim.
Yeah.
It was like really peak, like midwinter, ton of Catan going down. So like chicken and rice night is like okay, you know, you're getting a little dirtier.
Right.
Then like Thursday nights, chicken wings and hot dogs, and it's so scary, bro. Guys are always
Yeah.
getting that thing dirty. It's funny like seeing the different nights, like saucier foods, whatever.
Yeah. That is. I don't miss that though. I don't miss the lunchroom vibes. I didn't like lunchroom.
Oh
I don't like
man,
lunchroom vibes.
bad L take, bro.
I don't like lunchroom vibes.
Lunchroom
They're
vibes
weird.
in yeshiva, like I mean, it's not always the best, but like sometimes it's
They're not good
so
or bad.
much
For me, they're
fun.
just weird. I was like, but what? It's food.
No, especially like when something random happens, like when someone comes in with the speaker, or like one guy makes an announcement. There's always like tons of conversing and laughing.
The only vibes I get with food are making the food. Like if you're vibing over a grill, hella vibes.
My favorite thing, bro.
That's
I
fun.
love grilling.
If you have like 3 guys over a grill,
We were doing it.
it's so
We were
fun.
grilling together.
It's so fun. But like when you're eating, I'm like, food is food. Unless you're having like a meal and like a full
You're
thing.
hanging out. It's part of school. It's part of like socializing. You eat like.
Yeah, but I'm eating. No, I'm talking to you. I'm eating. Like now, I make the food and then I sit, eat, go. Like eating isn't like a vibe thing. Except like, that's like Shabbos is weird. I'm always just like vibing
That's
over
exactly
food.
what Shabbos is. I mean, not exactly what Shabbos is, but that happens on Shabbos.
Yeah. You vibe over food. I'm just like, okay.
No.
I mean, that's a very intrinsically Jewish thing. Vibe over food.
Intrinsic. No, you didn't.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
But that was a good use of the word.
No. I love Shabbos so much.
Shabbos is good though.
Shabbos is always just good vibes. Here's something interesting. I always debate in my mind if Yom Tov or Shabbos feels that way because it's Shabbos, like just because the fact that it's Shabbos, or is it because of the rules not to go on your phone and those rules give that shift for you? So I was always leaning towards like Shabbos itself gives you that feeling, but it's hard. It's hard to say that, because like whatever.
Well, the real answer is both, most likely.
I think the
Probably
real
both.
answer is it's Shabbos.
But
like,
I love-
just the
I love
energy of
thinking-
Shabbos has that feeling.
I
It
love
gives you that
thinking that.
feeling. So then I was thinking Pesach Sheni. It's like it's meant to be like a second Pesach, but it does not feel like it at all because it's a regular
it
day.
feels like it.
It's a regular day and you eat matzah
I almost forgot it was Pesach Sheni this year.
like yesterday.
Literally.
Two days ago.
Exactly. I was just
Yesterday.
like,
2 days ago.
I
2
came
days
back
ago.
from work
You're
and I
dollar.
think Shmuel was just like, "Oh, it's Pesach Sheni. We should get some matzah." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, right, Pesach Sheni." Went to grab some matzah.
Is that gonna come up on the?
I don't know. I need to perfect the setup. I don't know. I really hope it's picking up the right amount of sound.
Do we have a time that we're going for? Like like we're gonna cut at some time?
We could finish whenever we want. Really,
2-hour
Holy
podcast?
moly.
How
We
long?
could
What's
go-
it at?
It's 4:37.
No, what's how long has it been going for?
I can't see that number. That's way too far.
4:37.
4:37. Probably started about an hour.
37. Probably started 3:37.
Yeah.
Around there, a little after.
So-
40.
My original goal was 45 minutes to an hour,
Oh wow.
but then last episode was, I think I had an hour and like 15 minutes of
Oh,
audio.
15. I thought it was like an hour and like.
The
a
final
couple
cut was an
minutes.
hour and like 8 minutes because
Right.
the audio cut out. I had to chop up.
You started in middle.
That was my bad. That was a bad cut. I should have cut a sentence earlier.
From the start.
It was like
Started mid.
it was like me sitting down and then asking something, and then Chaim started talking. And then, yeah, I messed up that cut. That's my bad. That's why I'm doing another episode so I can improve on that.
Nice. Heck yeah. Yaakov gave these to you?
No,
Oh, he sold them.
he let me try them out.
Oh,
He didn't say when I have to return them.
is he gonna be willing to sell it to you?
Yes, he is willing to sell it to me. But he's asking for a lot of money. He gave me 2 mics. There's a third mic in there, too. And there's
Where?
a mixer.
Okay.
There's a mixer in that bag. Like a $400 mixer. The thing is, he didn't give me the wires for any of them.
Oh wow.
These are my wires.
So you have them already?
I have one of these wires. I bought a new wire and a new stand
Sweet.
yesterday.
There's so much that goes into it.
There's so much.
So much.
So that mixer would have been cool. It's a very cool mixer, except he didn't give me the wire for it, so I can't test it out.
Oh wow.
And the wire costs $60.
That what does the mixer do?
It's a very cool mixer, based on the look of it.
Mixer like DJ board?
But that's a mixer.
Okay, what is
That's just you plug in everything, and that has all the stuff.
got it.
So that had like the sliders for the volume instead of
cool.
the knobs. So that's really cool. It had like beat pads, so you could add sound effects.
Cool.
There was like an auto tune feature. He said
Sick.
you could record on it too. Like
Epic.
I don't need to record there. You could just click record.
Amazing.
You could do 4 mics, 4 headphones.
Sick.
It's
It's cool. It's
cool.
great.
I haven't tried it out yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, something came into my mind just now. Like we were saying, like so much goes into this that like you wouldn't even imagine. Like there's so many details. Something my brother told me is that him and a friend, they were like outside JCM by the dreidel there, and they asked someone if they were Jewish, and they said no. So my brother's friend like says okay, walks away. And my brother's like thinking, he's like, why do we have to just leave them like that? We could, verbring with the guy a bit. So he shared with them the idea that when we make a bracha on food, we uplift all the work that has been put into that food getting to your plate right now. So the farmer, it could even go way back, like.
Oh wow.
But let's say the farmer planting the seed and watering it and then harvesting and like the factory just to grind it down, and then packaging factories and a driver shipping it to a bigger manufacturing company, and someone bought it and someone sold it to him and traded it and do and then
So it elevates the entire process.
it elevates every bit of the process when we make a bracha on food. And I heard something interesting recently. Rapinia told me this one, is that this parsha is talking about. I don't know if it's this parsha talking about it. I think it is that a slave of a kohen, a non-Jewish slave of a kohen, could eat truma or some like sanctified foods that only the priests could eat,
Right.
because he is part of the kohen's property. He's like the kohen, like. He's his slave. He's his slave. So it's like whatever. That's why he's able to, because he's the slave of the kohen. So when we make a bracha on food, we make ourselves sort of like we accept God as our master, like through the bracha Baruch Ta Hashem, Kenu Malach Haolam, is us saying how we're given over and we're slaves to Hashem. So now we're able to eat his food.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I have to nail that one a bit.
About token.
Can I say a joke?
Sure.
This guy is walking in the
Oh,
forest.
literally just a joke. Wow.
Yeah. And he sees a mockingbird on the floor and he says, "Oh, look, a mockingbird." And the mockingbird says, "Oh, look, a mockingbird."
Please don't tell me you just came up with that.
No, my brother told me this joke and I loved it. Like my first time hearing it, I loved it. And I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to like make that my joke." And then I got back to school. And I told it to like one crew at like breakfast. I like said the joke around like 4 guys, and they all started laughing. And I told it to like another crew, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work, cause like, how am I gonna get to everyone? So someone said, make an announcement after mincha.
No way.
So someone was already making announcements. So we had both minyanim together, and he's about to get up and make his announcement. I'm like, can I go first? I just want to make a quick announcement. Like, yeah, sure. I can get up there all serious. The other one like. This guy was walking through the forest. Like people are like, where is he going with this? Uri, I think, loved it. I think so. It looked like he got a little kick out of it.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's a tough audience, so.
Yeah, I was at his Shabbos meal last Friday night. I'm going around the table. He usually brings up an idea, and everyone shares their thought on that idea.
Really?
Usually, I like to do that. Get some table talk or. So he'll say, like, introduce yourself, and then what do you think? So this one, he said, what do you view as holy? Like, what is holy to you? What do you imagine as holy? So I said that when he asked the question, I thought of, like, who do I view as holy? Like, what kind of person do I view as holy? So a couple things went through my mind. Obviously, like, someone invested in davening and he's fully in it. But more than that was, like, someone who could be humble and not self-righteous and just like, but I don't know, humility, and so, or he's like, wow, like that is the point, that's the main point, and I'm like, validation from Uri never fails.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I wanted to share that.
That's a good one.
It was a good moment in my life, peak moment of my week.
Especially I've listened to Uri Sherm on, like, while I work sometimes.
Man.
So good.
He's so serious and he's so like real about it.
Yeah.
Like he starts, he's not like easing into it. He's like, okay, boom, bow, beep, boop. He doesn't have like no tone trying to catch your attention. He's just sharing, and he breaks Chassidus down like no one else does.
Those are crazy. I don't know how he makes it so real.
He makes it real. That's what he does.
So real.
That's what he does. He breaks it down till it's so real. It's funny, dude. Like, I used to go to his share last year, and now sometimes I'll listen to share on Spotify. Not that much. Uri's share.
Yes.
We could go an hour class on 4 lines.
Yeah.
4 lines. An hour class.
Easy.
He just breaks it down, and he connects other things into it, and it's so like seamless and smooth and so good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a lot of like not patience, like a lot of like willpower. You have to like intentionally be there and consciously with it, or else you'll get lost because he's bringing so many things into it, and you'll like if you come in the middle of a share, you won't be able to like find out what the original idea was, because he like goes so far out and then links it all together.
Yeah. You just have to cut. You just have to keep focus.
Yeah.
That's why it was tough when I was in this year, like in the mornings. I was like, just woke up.
First thing in the morning, you
can't
gotta rack your
keep
mind
track.
to some Uri.
But then, like, if I was at work and my brain is just open.
Oh yeah, you'll work and listen
Yeah, I always work and listen.
to Uri specifically, or you're listening to?
Listen to all sorts
Would
of
you ever
stuff.
listen to your own podcast?
Honestly,
I'd like to. I'm for sure gonna check this out.
I
look
haven't.
through it.
Well, editing for one.
Oh, right.
But also just like the way I want this podcast to go is that technically, yeah, because half of it would be just cool. Half of it is also like kind of inspiring and kind of just
This
like
was your art. You
Yeah.
put work into this. You went out of your comfort zone.
So it's like kind of just like, oh, basically, when people say make stuff, they always say make what you want to see or make what you want to hear, make what.
Interesting.
So technically, this is a podcast that I would want to listen to. But that's why I'm making it, because it doesn't exist and I want it to
Interesting.
exist. So I would, like, if I ever need it, like, oh, how did that conversation go? Or like, I like that conversation. I want to be part of that again. Probably just listen to it
Third wheel that conversation.
with my own voice.
Yeah.
It's trippy. Okay, this fly is pissing me off.
I'm thinking we
Are they dumb?
Thinking we exterminate all flies.
Yes. We know why God created the spider. We don't know why God created the fly.
Yeah.
To this day, we'll never know.
I think we should wrap this up.
With the
I think
fly.
I think it was successful.
Yeah,
I'm really
sure.
happy you brought me down here.
Thank you for coming.
What a
I
fun
was-
experience.
Thank
really.
you for saying that, because I feel like there's like I know that there's like a subconscious like, oh, podcast. I don't want to be on a podcast.
It's so scary.
It's so scary. But
It
then like
is.
once you do it, it's so fun.
I guess like this was easier than like maybe some other podcast settings. You know, if someone's like asking you questions
yeah.
and like racking your mind, like I feel like I can't think so quickly if like someone drops a question at me. What do you think about this aspect of Judaism?
I guess it is. I guess my podcast experiences, I've just listened to a lot of like comedy podcasts and just chiller podcasts. I'm not listening to anything too serious sometimes, except for like Uri Shear, obviously.
Yeah.
But so in my mind, podcasts can be either or. And
Right.
like, oh, podcasts are just like chill, fun things. So I guess, but not everyone has that. So I have to be like, no, this is a chill one. You
Yeah,
should
it's
go
chill,
and
super chill. I had a great time.
hang out.
I'm happy I like, got out of my comfort zone.
Like if I could get more mics, I'd just get more people.
Oh wow,
and it'd
that
be
would
so
be cool.
fun.
Because once you have like a third guy in there, there's more dialogue.
Like if Schmolik had a mic,
right,
it'd be perfect.
he was like semi in this.
Kind of
his
in this.
energy was in this a little bit.
It'll just be confusing to be like, oh, what was he saying? What are they talking about? I can barely hear him.
Something I wanted to share about Judaism is that you have to make it fit to you. It has to be tailored to you. You have to own Judaism. You could learn
what this is.
ideas and you learn things. You learn them and then you have to make them practical and bring them down, and you have to like tailor them too. You have to make
100%.
your own Yiddishkeit, or else it's the feel's not there.
It's a relationship.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
And it's tough, bro. It's a challenge, it's a battle, but we have to like go with our initial feeling, like belief in God. Like, or we all have belief in God. So you have to like go with that, run with it. And the more you do, the more you get, the more sensitized you get. and the more just aware you get of godly energy, the more you do, the more you feel. You have to like
100%.
put some in. You have to put some effort into it.
That's a good point. That is the point that you kind of. There'll be moments where you need to remind yourself that. Like, I need to remind myself that, not you. I need to remind myself,
Me
like,
too.
you have to,
Yeah. I get it.
like, because, like, a lot of times I'll just be like, oh, yeah, I'm in relationship. I'm from, I dive in and learn a little bit,
Kosher.
kosher, Shabbos. Like, I'm with Hashem, but then, like, yeah, but the point is the effort.
Yeah.
You gotta do something for him. Like, oh.
And that's interesting because it's not in a way like you do this mitzvah and you'll get that reward. It's not such a clear thing like that. It's just you have to put work into it. You have to put your efforts into it and energy into it, and
Yeah.
then things click. Things start clicking. God blesses me, bro. I see God's blessings, and it's so amazing.
That's all Chabad. My sister's in an Al Chabad high school. So she like picks up things and comes back with stories.
Nice.
Like they're all she says they're all Elam Haba centered.
Yeah, for real.
It's like you do things for reward, and I'm just like, that must be rough.
We're so not
So not.
wired like
we're
that at
so
all.
different. I didn't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's amazing.
Yeah, Gavi Collin, do you know him? He does
No.
like teens work. You know, he like forbrings with teens, 13-day forbring, and he makes a camp.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
I know
and then
all that. So.
and then he'll do like other stuff. Like he hosted me over on Pesach. We had a meal at his house with a bunch of
Wow.
guys. Yeah, he likes forbring with the boys. So we went on a talucha together, and he was saying that the way like other Jews look at it is this way, where it's reward based, olam haba. So that means if you're not interested in putting in the work, you could sacrifice a bit of olam haba, you know? Okay, I don't want to put in this work, but I'm okay missing out
Yeah.
a little bit on that reward. You know, I'll get a little less or whatever. You're okay missing out on the reward. But for us, the way we look at it, miftzayim, and you know, getting out there and making a change and making something happen, is that thing is not how it's supposed to be right now, and we have to go.
have to
We're on
fix
a
it.
mission.
There's a
We're
problem.
on a mission
We need
to
to change it.
bring the good out of it and
Yeah.
extract it of its godly energy.
We'll bring it out and then bring it in. Because like it's not just take it away.
Bringing it out
Bring it out.
makes it
I guess yeah.
its purest form. Makes it its. So if that's like walking the street and there's someone who looks Jewish, like you're a little awkward. So like either you could say with this reward mindset, like okay, whatever, I'll miss out on a little bit, I'm missing on a little reward. But like for us, like if you don't ask him, this Jew's not gonna put on tefillin today.
Yeah. And that is important in and of itself.
I love Mitzrayim, bro.
Yeah.
It really like just gets me out of myself a bit. Like I feel like I'm running on like a higher power. I feel like I'm on the Rebbe's mission, and like I'm just a lot more like at ease and like outgoing, and
Yeah.
I love it. It feels so good. Like we visit
So
this
you're
guy.
Shayach, you're just
We visit this guy Yochanan on Fridays. You came on Purim.
the old Adrian?
Yeah, the old HM.
Wow.
This old guy Yochanan, and he's alone, and he's sad, and he's not feeling
Does he have
well.
any
He's
family?
sick. He has
Anyone
no
visit him?
family. He has no family.
Wow.
And we come every Friday, and he lights up, and he tells us, he expresses it, that like we are his source of enjoyment in life, and that's so rewarding. And we go and we sing Shema with him, put on tefillin with him. He calls us his prayer team. Sometimes we'll rock up with like 6 guys.
Just for him?
Yeah, I mean they'll come on with time, but like he's the highlight. Like it's Yochanan. We go to
Wow.
like make his week, and that feels so good.
Amazing.
To
Oh,
do
now there's
that.
more time on Friday. You can actually go down
Bro,
there.
we went on like a 5-hour mitzvah.
Wow.
Came back and still had 3 hours to Shabbos. Such a good feeling.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at home in the past couple of weeks, so I had like the students there for like they just finished.
Oh,
They just finished the semester.
so they were there?
They just had for the past 3 weeks.
Right.
So it was like I kind of got connected this year. Always wanted to, like, oh, they're students.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
How many students are there?
On average Friday, anywhere between 0 to 50.
Okay, smaller crew.
Yeah. Very
Like
small.
some Chabad houses will have
Very
like
small.
300-400 students.
no. Very small. Very interesting group of people every week. And yeah, I don't know how my father does it. It's amazing.
I'm debating if I like send this out to like friends. Like I don't know if I want anyone to see this. Like it was fun to do, but like I don't know if I want like my uncle watching an hour of me talking, just talking, just like chilling.
Well, that's the thing. You don't have a choice.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
fun.
it recorded.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's gone.
But I don't think they give any
Yeah,
craps.
yeah.
Beep. Bleep that out. Quick,
Yeah.
please put Murs beat in the beginning. By that
I,
thing we had.
ooh, that's actually a good idea. I was gonna ask my uncle. Maybe I should just ask him.
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
fine.
ask him to make the intro beat. I tried doing it. I hated it. I'm just gonna
You try coming up with a beat, a little
try.
jingle.
I tried doing a whole thing. I had a whole plan for the intro, and then it fell through. I don't have the resources to pull it off,
That sucks.
and I like made my own version. Anyways, it has been lovely speaking to you.
Heck yeah!
You're more than welcome to come anytime you want.
Wow, come back.
Come back
Wow, I don't know that.
if you want. Open invitation. Take it or leave
I
it.
would be interested, but I feel like if we do this again, it'd have to be more with an agenda a bit.
Yeah.
More of like a for bringing. That's what I'm thinking, because like this was like a fun, just chatting, breaking the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, like breaking.
I don't know. This show might be different in 10 episodes. I don't know. I might have like
I'll be a proud viewer.
I may have more purpose. I might have more purpose in the show. just wandering.
No, it's fun. I love it, and it was
I know.
fun to be a part of, and it's gonna be fun to, for other people to see
Yeah.
see me do this, which is wild.
Hopefully they get
It's so
involved.
funny. I look at the camera and I feel like I'm looking at viewers. It's so crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is just, you know what I'm saying? You're not posting this anywhere now. It's just recording.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be in your camera roll. But I'm already like viewing it as if it's already out there and someone's watching it right now, like sort of like a live thing. I guess that's like, whoa, like a live thing is totally different because they're on.
You know what just clicked for me?
Mm.
I always wondered why I like never had to deal with being on camera and like talking to camera and stuff like that. And I was like, everyone's like everyone I try to get, it's like, oh, there's a camera, or like, there's a camera, or Chaim's like, oh, everyone's different on camera, like what? It's like, and then I realized that my father put me in front of a camera when I was 8.
No, like, broke that.
I've been doing that since then.
What did he do? What would he do?
I used to do I used to do shirim
No way. At
Yeah.
8 years old.
at 8 years
For
old.
students?
No, I just posted them on my father's YouTube channel.
Sick.
Why am I saying this out loud on a podcast?
So cool. What was the YouTube channel?
It's my father's YouTube channel. So
What is it?
my father's name.
Are we going to be able to find you? Still
What
out
if I
there?
don't want you to find me?
Too bad.
It's there. It's there.
Dang. What kind of shirim were you giving? At 8 years old.
If you really want, you can go see for yourself.
I'm so curious. Wow.
I'll send you. I'll send you.
Wow. So interesting.
So yeah, and then since then I've always just been on YouTube with different formats. So
Sick.
I've always been on camera. So I'm like, oh, that's why I don't care.
You ever done like vlogging?
No, I've tried.
Hey y'all, back out here. Back out with another vlog.
See, I don't think I can vlog without saying exactly that.
That's
I'll
what
be like,
vlogging is.
But I don't want to do that.
You have to. That's what vlogging is. It's
I
not-
would want
You
it.
could do a video of yourself. You can make a video of yourself going throughout a day doing something fun, but it's
Right.
not going to be a vlog if you don't say, "What's good, vlog?" You have to
Why
talk.
not?
you have
Why
to
do I
talk
have
the
to
people.
sound like a?
Hey yo, chat.
Why do I have to sound like a gamer?
No, chat's gamers, vlogs,
I know. I'm saying it's the same.
vloggers.
It's the same.
My friend had a vlog, and I had a $50 Amazon gift card. So I told him, it's so scammy.
Come in.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice.
Sweet, fun. We can get like a whole minute and a half of Mur beats in there.
I could just cut it entirely.
No cuts. We can't.
No cuts.
We can't. Let's cut now before it comes back, and then we have to cut more.
I want to wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up properly. No.
Right now?
Yeah.
Should we just wrap it up? Okay. I haven't come up with a way to end it. Last time I
You
just,
say let's wrap it up, and like I think I already did this already, where I say like, what a fun experience.
I know. No, but like
First time doing something like this, really
I was
entertaining
thinking
for
of
me.
doing like
interesting.
a little thing, like
Takeaway.
say something.
A little say.
No, like the guests, like I make the guests say. I want to say like make the guests say a phrase, but I can't think of a phrase that like sums up like.
I was thinking something. Don't work for a living. Work for life. Shoot, something like that. Something along those lines.
That's kind of works.
Don't
work for a living. Work for life.
Work for a life.
Work for a life.
It doesn't have to be work. I feel like another word would work smoother. Don't.
Just don't.
Don't.
Just don't.
Don't life.
Just don't.
No.
Life. Okay. Well, thanks again.
Yeah. Wow. So much fun. Amazing.
Thank you for
What
coming down.
what an interesting experience for me. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fun.
Come again. Yeah.